So you know all the rules that we always talk about on this channel about how to save money every week on your groceries and meal planning? Well, we are about to break every single one of those. Sometimes in your life you just get so busy that you do not have time to think about saving every dollar and pinching every penny. So today we're going to talk about how to save your sanity and still be able to create a good, healthy meal plan for your family without having to extend a lot of mental energy in the process. I have literally tried for the past 5 days to get to the grocery store. I was able to run into Trader Joe's yesterday right before they closed to get a few things, but today I'm braving the crowds at Costco and Aldi to get all the groceries that we need this week to make good, healthy meals for my family. But these meals are ones that are not going to be difficult for me to make, and they're also not going to take a lot of mental energy. Just really don't have a lot of that to spare right now. So today we're going to talk about how to make good, healthy meals for your family without having to put a lot of time and effort into the meal plans themselves.
So the first thing I want you to think about is, what meals do you absolutely know that your family will eat anytime you make them? No matter how they feel, no matter what the situation is on a particular day, these meals you know that your family are going to eat and they're going to enjoy. Also, on top of that, and maybe even more important, which meals do you know that you can throw together in 20 minutes or less? We do not have to spend a ton of time in the kitchen, but especially think about those quick and easy meals on weeks like this when you are swamped with other responsibilities and you do not have time to put forth any extra effort in the kitchen. The best way I have found to create a meal list like this is to create a master list of 15 to 20 meals that fit these 3 criteria. Number 1, you know how to make them in your sleep. No mental effort required at all. You always have these recipes in your back pocket. You don't have to look at a recipe book and you don't have to think very hard at all. Also, make sure each and every one on your master plan are meals that your family really enjoys and will not complain about. If we are busy and we are chaotic, the last thing we want to hear is grumbling and complaining about the effort that we did put forth when we made a homemade meal. And last, make sure that every single meal on this master plan is ready to put on the table in 20 minutes or less. If we can put together this master plan that has at least 2 weeks worth of these easy meals, this is going to really reduce the stress and chaos in our minds. It will allow these hectic and chaotic weeks to pass without extra stress, and it will make sure that everybody is getting plenty to eat so no one is grumpy, which will help everyone to have positive attitudes to get through this crazy hectic season.
I feel like one of the biggest punishments for not growing your own food is having to load the vehicle with all of the food that your family eats for the entire week in the steaming, hot, humid Alabama weather. So I'm trying to grow my own food. Maybe one day I'll make it, but until then, I'm just gonna have to sweat it out and load up the truck. But the good news is there are good people in the world, and this really sweet lady offered to take my buggy. So I didn't have to walk all the way to the store and back to return my buggy, so I'll count that as a win. And now we're off to Aldi. I love this new Aldi. It is so good about making things less expensive, and they do a really good job of like marking things down on a regular basis. So this is one of my favorite Aldis in the neighborhood. It's also one of the newest, so it's one of the cleanest. And I'm hoping that some of the meat that's on my list is on sale today.
Another way for us to try to minimize the amount of stress and work and effort that goes into meal planning and meal prep is to limit the amount of trips that we take to the grocery store. Like I said a minute ago, and I'm sure most of us are in the same boat, we're not going to be growing our own food at our houses, so we're going to have to go out and source a lot of what we eat and bring it home. but the fewer times that we can go out and come back is more time on our schedule that will allow us to feel less stressed and less busy. I think having a lot of things on our plate and being so busy and being so stressed is not good for us long term. So anytime we can eliminate extra things from our list, it's a really good way to bring back some of the peace into our minds and hearts. One thing that I decided to do this week was to buy a pack of paper plates. That seems like a small thing, but in my mind, paper plates equals wasting money. I have reusable plates at home that I can just easily wash and put back on the shelf, ready to use for the next time. But on weeks like this, it is a $5 gift to myself to eliminate one of the major chores that takes up a lot of my time, washing dishes. As a mom with a larger family, every day is going to have a lot of dishes to go through anyway, so this little $5 pack of paper plates made a huge difference in my week. I really thought about sharing the details and recipes of the meal plan that we had this week, but I thought that it would be better for me just to encourage you to come up with your own meal plan. You know your family better than anyone. You know what everyone likes and what they don't like. You know what will work for you and for this season that you are in. And so I just want to encourage you to take a few minutes this week, even if you are super crazy busy, to write down those 15 to 20 meals that you know your family will love. I know that we're all going to enter these busy weeks and busy seasons at different times, and so I hope that you can bookmark or save this video for a little bit of encouragement whenever you do reach that busy time. This month has been that time for me, and I've been really glad to have these easy meals that I know my family will enjoy, but honestly, it's more important to me to be able to have groceries on hand that will allow me to throw together these meals quickly and easily without a lot of mental effort. Whenever you're overwhelmed as a mom, everything gets heavier and more stressful, and allowing yourself to take a little bit of a break from the difficult task of meal planning will really make a big difference in your week. I hope that this video is encouraging to you. I would love to hear down below in the comments all of your family's favorite go-to easy and quick meal ideas. I would also love to hear about your top 5 favorite grocery items that you like to keep stocked in your pantry or fridge to make meal prep and meal planning a lot easier on these busy type of weeks. I hope you'll share all of your ideas down below. I read all of your comments and they are always so helpful to me. Next week, I'm really excited to start our month-long frugal meal plan. I have the meal plan all worked out and I'm really excited about sharing it with you. I think I will make this month-long frugal meal plan a 4-week series. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I hope that you will take this opportunity to do that real quick so that you don't miss a single episode. I hope today's video was helpful for you. I would love to talk to you down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you, and I will see you again next time.